game number 2. Here's a 3-point move. Saints on the road to take on the Browns. Osweiler gets the start. The Browns are 38 the total. Market's all over Sean Payton, who's 0-8 straight up the last 2 years. That's why he had the 3-point move. Although, listen, you're not going to see much of Breeze, but it's a good rotation, though. It's Chase Daniel. It's Garrett Grayson, the kid from Colorado State, and then it's Ryan Nassib, as Grayson and Nassib battling out for that number 3 spot. So that's pretty good behind Drew Brees.
Yeah, and of course, the Saints not just 0-8 straight up in the preseason over the last 2 years. They're 0-8 against the spread. I mean, this has been a huge move towards Cleveland. We're talking about pick 'em to -3 and -3 with juice at a lot of places. And certainly, Drew Brees isn't going to play. Drew Brees isn't going to play as part of the equation. There's another part we'll talk about on the Cleveland side in a minute. But when you look at this Saints QB rotation, you nailed it, Pauly. Chase Daniel could play. He's been a preseason performer. I like my money on Chase Daniel in the month of August. And when you have a competition for the 3rd QB slot, one guy's going to make the roster, one guy's going to be cut or put on the practice squad. That's a real competition. You know what I mean? And the coaching staff has to run plays, say, which of these guys can play? So you tend to see a more aggressive second half game plan when you have a competition for the 3rd string QB battle. Those tend to be bet on situations, not bet against situations, even though the money has come in the other way.
Does Hue Jackson want to win this game, though? How important is it to Hue? He's 0-8 ATS in the preseason.
Exactly. It's not like Hue Jackson has this great preseason track record compared to Sean Payton. They're both on 0-8 as point spread runs. But Jackson has come with quotes saying, we want to establish a tone of winning right from the preseason. It's understandable why. Obviously, when you have a team that went 1-15 last year, establishing a culture of winning, there's something to be said for that, particularly in these home games. But, the first 0-4 came in his tenure with Oakland. That was a long time ago. The 0-4 last year with the Browns came because the games didn't matter one bit, Pauly. That team had more rookies on their week 1 roster than any non-expansion team in NFL history. You understand? So it wasn't like Cleveland was primed to win preseason games last year. They were completely a work in progress. This year's team feels a little bit different coming into August.
All right. Sometimes the more you read, the more trouble you can get in. This was on ESPN.com. There were 2 stories. One said Kaiser looks good. The other one said he struggled. So, it's on the same website. Incredible. Now, Osweiler gets the start. Here's a quote from Brock. When I got traded, I focused on the things I could control, my attitude, my energy, my effort toward my off-season workouts and cleaning up things. Maybe I didn't do so well the previous season. I had a conversation with Coach Jackson very early on. He said, you're a Brown, and point blank, period. That's what it is. You're a Brown. I came in here with a positive mindset, and we'll see how he does coming up. Again, no guarantee that he'll be the starter week 1 of the regular season. And who knows? Maybe they're showcasing him for a trade. I can't imagine they're going to get a lot in return. But don't be surprised if Kaiser wins the job either.
Well, Osweiler's going to start tonight. All right. Does it mean anything? Well, here's a quote from Hue Jackson. Quote, if I stuck one of those other guys out there as a starter, they weren't going to play a lot of football because they probably would have come out when the other veterans came out. So when you sit down and think about what's best for our football team, it's best for me to trot Brock out there, see if he can go lead this offense and lead the team. And in the process, keep getting these young guys more reps. This thing, meaning the starting QB battle, is not over by any stretch. That's not a confidence boost for Brock Osweiler, but he's live for the job, which if you watched him in Houston last year, it's hard to imagine him being live for any job in 2017. This is probably the best situation for Brock Osweiler's career that he could walk into, is a chance of starting in the NFL again, which probably maybe a decent motivator for tonight's contest. Not enough for me to lay the 3 with Cleveland. Not with a team that's 0-8 ATS or 0-8 in the Hue Jackson 0-8, 0-4 last year. I'm not laying 3 after the line move with the Browns. The only way I can look here is taking the points. I'm going to get involved.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.